Next, we have a tribute to the great man, Dr. Shivakumar Swamiji. We recently lost our spiritual leader, humanitarian, and educator. He was an incredible man, and millions of people in India, as well as people in our own Virashaiva community, mourned his passing.
Although he was a great spiritual leader, he also earned a doctorate degree. In addition, he was awarded Karnataka Ratna and Padma Bhushana for his contributions to society. Both awards are incredibly high honors. Our own talented and smart Khushi Murthy is going to give a glimpse of his extraordinary life and legacy through a media presentation. The stage is all yours.
Sri Shivakumar Swamiji passed away on the 21st of January this year. We love and remember him as the walking God. The evolution of the Mata started in 1941 when Swamiji took charge of the Sanskrit Gurukula in the district of Ugadi. Because the Mata did not have enough money at the time, he visited each village asking for food and donations. Today, it is now an enormous non-profit organization, and it runs over 150 educational institutions ranging from primary schools to engineering colleges. Shivakumar Swamiji was a true follower of the Basava philosophy. He first believed that work was worship. He devoted 20 hours of his day to working. He also believed that all were equal. He provided free food, education, and shelter to all regardless of their religion. He was also a firm believer in the two most important tenets of Virashaiva. He first believed in education and the power of it. The Mata provides free education to over 10,000 kids annually. He also believed in mass feeding. His goal was to alleviate hunger. About 10,000 children and 3,000 visitors are fed each day. Shivakumar Swamiji was also a social reformer. He was a true believer in secularism and diversity. He always fought for social justice, and he was one of the first to condemn the demolition of the Babri Masjid in 1992. He united different political ideologies, castes, and religions. Even leaders of India would come and seek his advice and blessings. He would always give moral advice and would never become political. He was a strong supporter of farmers and agriculture, and each year, to increase awareness, he would throw a fair for them. Swamiji lifted millions out of poverty. The Mata runs 29 orphanages in Karnataka. They educate more than 45,000 students annually. Swamiji personally reviews families and applications to ensure that the poorest and most underprivileged got free education. Many of the Mata's alumni have risen to high positions in government and society. Swamiji was also a very caring father. He kept himself informed of all the activities and projects happening in the Mata. He inspected the kitchen, storeroom, and dining room each day to ensure that proper hygiene was being practiced and all the children were well cared for. To Swamiji, he believed that children were God and he placed their well-being above all others. Whenever he found time, he would even teach the children Sanskrit and English. His face would even light up with joy whenever he was around them. He gave up drinking milk because he believed it would deprive the children of their buttermilk. And he practiced walking silently because he was worried the sound of his footsteps would wake sleeping children. He always wanted the children to feel like they received the warmth and caring of a home and never wanted them to feel like they came from a destitute background. Swamiji had a very strict daily routine. He worked over 20 hours tirelessly each day. He woke up at 2 a.m. and stayed up until 11 p.m. Without assistance, he would perform 3 pujas each day and attend multiple pada pujas each day. He told his staff not to charge any fees because he believed it would bring more devotees and donations to the Mata, which would in return help the children. If he went on long trips, he would not eat or drink until he could come back and perform the pujas, and if he could not do so, he would completely fast for days. He believed that even Swamijis had to earn their right to food, as long as their body was able. He was also a passionate reader and wanted to keep himself informed of every current event. We can help by carrying on his legacy and efforts by donating to the Siddhaganga Mantra. Can we please rise and give a moment of silence in honor? Thank you.